Hi, this is Barry J. McDonald here, and I'd like to welcome you to today's blog post over at writecom.com. And today we had a look at some of the mental hurdles you're going to be faced with when you start a business online, be it with self-publishing, whether you're an author or you're going down the publishing line where you're self-publishing some kind of books. Or maybe whether you're just going online, maybe setting up a blog or setting up a website or creating digital products or whatever it is, you're going to be faced by mental hurdles. And the three that I'm going to speak about now, I think, are the three that, send a lot of people back to the security of a 9 to 5 job. Not that there is much security in a 9 to 5 job nowadays, but they feel that, it's safer going back there than it is actually just sticking it out online and getting through these mental hurdles. So if we have a look at these ones now, when I wrote this blog post, it came about because I think these are the three ones that, that really scuppered me in the beginning and, kept off my success for so long. And maybe you may see some of them in yourself too, and hopefully I can get you through this by just speaking about them in this blog post. But the first one for me was getting over the fact that somebody would actually pay you for something that you created. When I was beginning online, I had no problems creating blog posts, writing articles and putting them in article directories, creating content for free. But when it came to the notion of actually somebody, paying me for the content I created, whether it was my Kindle books or whether it was a video course that I created, there was a block for me that I found a little hard to get over. The fact maybe that somebody would actually look at the work that I created and, would think that it was good enough to give me money for. And I think it's got to do with maybe a lack of self confidence in yourself, and maybe it's comparing yourself to other people and putting them on a pedestal, and maybe putting yourself down and thinking maybe you haven't got much to offer the marketplace. But I think if you can get over that first hurdle of that people will actually pay you for content that you created. If you've been online, maybe you've been working maybe for 6 months or a year, whatever, and you haven't made a penny, it can get very disheartening to think that, it's always going to be that way. And sometimes once you break your duck, maybe with the first $5 you make, the first $10, you realize that there is money out there on the internet for you to earn. It's a lot of people earn this money in different ways, different products and websites and services or whatever. There's no kind of guaranteed way that is the only way of making money. There's so many ways to make money online. But when you haven't made a penny online, it can feel that like you're the only one that isn't doing it. But there's so many people that are in the same situation as you are. And this is something that you're going to have to get over and kind of keep working through until you get it. But when you start making money, then, you're going to find that your next hurdle is kind of you want to you want to make it regularly. You want to cut down the time between those payments are coming through, and that is your next obstacle. But I feel if you make your first couple of dollars online, it does kind of lift you up and make you feel that something that you created is, that somebody out there thought it was worthwhile and they spent money with, and it does give you confidence boost. So I think if you can get over that first mental hurdle, that it's you're going to stay with it in the long run and you're going to be more successful. And the second mental hurdle I see, and I had it again myself, was thinking that I needed to have a load of knowledge on everything before I could make money online. For example, I thought maybe in the very beginning, when I had started off and gone down the blogging route, I thought that I had needed to know everything about WordPress. I needed to know everything about the plugins. I needed to know about themes. I needed to know about traffic generation. I needed to know about this and know about that. But I didn't. Basically, if I could write a 500-word article every day, I was a blogger. Everything on top of that was it was window dressing. So many people put off maybe becoming a blogger because they think they need to have so much information in their head. They need to read all the books on WordPress and have all this thing, but you don't. There's so much, we hold ourselves back because we need, to have so much knowledge. And it's funny, when you do find that you start buying all reports and ebooks and stuff like that, you're going to find over time that, the content in some of them are repeated over and over again. And you're going to come to a stage where you actually know all the content that you're buying, and at that stage then you have more than enough knowledge to go and to step out on your own and to create your own blog. But at the time I felt again that I needed to know everything about WordPress. But if I had just stuck with the notion that if I could write a 500-word article every day, keep doing that regularly, and just kind of learn a little bit of knowledge on the sideline, I would have been more successful a lot quicker, because I had thought that all this gathering knowledge and learning it was actually, all that busy time was actually making money, when it wasn't. I would have been better, doing something with that time, like creating a blog post every day instead of just stockpiling all that knowledge. And and the fact, I had that much knowledge then on blogging that I never even needed half of it, if I had just the basics. Again, anybody who wants to create a video course, there's nothing stopping somebody just creating a PowerPoint presentation, getting some screen capture software and recording that, and having a video recorded in half an hour, and straight away they have a video course that they can sell. Some people think that you need to have all the knowledge, you need to know about Camtasia, you need to know about this and about that. But even the software I'm using now to do this video is just simple $17 software. So you don't need to go to creative expense. Once you've got the video course created, now the next step you'll have to take maybe is just learn how to write a sales letter, or hiring somebody to write a sales letter for you. And another skill you might need to learn is to go maybe over to PayPal and find out how to install a PayPal button on your sales page. And once you know those three things, that's it. You don't need to learn anything else. Once you can create those video courses, set up a sales page, put a buy button on it, that's it. That's your business. But there's so much of us, we get dragged into, whether it's the gurus or whether it's all this information that's coming to us, we think we need to know more and more. But sometimes you just need the basics, and if you know the basics, well, then that's more than enough. And then the next part, then, that the next hurdle that I see a lot of people falling down is thinking that they're not good enough. Again, like where you had to get over the mental hurdle of people paying for your content. You're always going to question, like, even as I'm doing this video here, it took me a couple of times before I recorded this video. I made a couple of mistakes in the very beginning, but I always, I thought, well, it's not good enough, so start again. And sometimes we have this kind of, think that we need to have everything perfect and before we need to get it out there. But if you look at all the main companies, like the Apple iPhones and all that, when they came to the market in the very beginning, like, how bad were they? The battery lives were brutal. There wasn't as much kind of apps and stuff like that they can use, but each version of the phone then after that got better and better and better. And sometimes you just need to get the rough copy out first, and see how it goes. And then if you find that you get a lot of negative feedback on it, bring it back in, tidy it up and put it out again. But if you feel that that you haven't got enough knowledge, or that you need to be better than you are, you're going to find that you're going to put people on a pedestal, and you're going to look down at the only talent that you have and think that it's not good enough. So I think if you can get over that mental hurdle too as well, and just stick to your own lane, don't preoccupy yourself with what everybody else is doing. Try to improve yourself and get a little bit better, because no matter how bad you are, there's somebody below you who's going to look at your content, who's going to learn something from it. Even if you're the worst fiction writer in the world, sometimes you might surprise yourself at actually writing a good story that you're going to find readers are going to leave good reviews for, and you're going to see yourself, you weren't that bad as you thought you were. If you can accept that you aren't the best blogger in the world, chances are you're probably not the worst blogger in the world either. So if you can accept maybe the middle ground, that's where you are, accept it and create the content. But you will improve over time. But sometimes you need to get the rough work out there first, and then we can take it back in, tidy it up, see what worked, what didn't work, and work on that, rather than holding ourselves back thinking we had to get everything perfect from the very beginning, or that we weren't good enough. But you are good enough, and it's just a matter of just getting out and see what happens. So I think if you get through those three mental hurdles, I think it'll put you in a good stand, and not only with an online business, as I said, or with the self-publishing, whether you're blogging or whether you're creating courses or whatever you're doing. So think about what those mental hurdles maybe that you have that are holding you back. What's holding you back? Is it these? Maybe it's something else. But I think if you get over those three main ones, I know for me, they made a big difference in my life. And because of that, then that's how I gave myself the confidence to go on and to do the courses that I create here at WriteCom, and to create these daily blog posts and videos and that. So my name's been Barry J. McDonald. This has been today's blog post over at writecom.com. Now, if you'd like to pop on over to our blog, we have two great free reports at the moment. One is how to sell more books. So if you're in the self-publishing world and you want to know how to sell more books, we have a great free report for that. And if you want to know more ways to create money online with your writing, or even if you haven't got a great writing talent, I have a great free report which is going to show you 10 ways to make money from writing online. So if you'd like to hop on over, pick up those free reports or find a little bit more about me, you're very welcome, and we'll be very glad to see you over there. So take care and have a great day. Bye bye.